Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Hera Syndulla's A-Wing Starfighter. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have, it says Star Wars. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Nice blister showcasing the vehicle and the figure. A little bit of promo, well, not promo material, but it's showing that you can put the figure into the cockpit. We've got that nice premium looking chromed out Micro Galaxy Squadron and Hera Syndulla's A-Wing print. This is number 0035, and there is Hera Syndulla herself, 8 and up. On the bottom, don't give it to babies. Symbols I'm not going to learn. A warning. Jazzwares, if you have problems, call us. Barcode, and whatever that is. Disney. On this side, it does show that it's Series 2. So nice, mostly empty blister there, because this is a fairly small vehicle. Something I did forget to show. 1 of 15,000 rare. So first rare I've gotten out of this line, and I'm assuming maybe this is one of the chase vehicles. So anyway, there we show the canopy opens and closes. It has landing gears, Hera Syndulla's A-Wing light armor class. There's the clip and collect. I don't know why I keep stumbling on that every time I do one of these. Hollow card, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, you clip it, you collect it, and put it up. I keep forgetting to cut these off of mine, so it's not a big deal. If you keep them, you keep them. If you don't, hey, that's up to you. Series 2, Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, and Battle Damaged TIE Fighter, collect them all. The chase vehicle, the TIE Fighter from Rebels that was painted up by, and her name escapes me at the moment. But anyway, the Mandalorian lady who was on the Rebels crew who liked to paint. Disney, StarWars.com, Lucasfilm, Micro Galaxy Squadron. Did I look at the bottom? We did. All right. That completes, my friends, our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and the vehicle. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. Let's take a look at the figure first. And as you can see, Hera looks to have more paint apps. It looks like there's more paint apps on this figure than I've seen on any of the others, and that may be perhaps because this one is a chase figure, or it could just be my imagination. But you can tell that between the paint apps and the mold that this is General Hera Syndulla, although probably not a general at this time. Arms are on one post on the inside. I do believe they move in unison, and they will go around 360 degrees. Now there is articulation at the hips, and again the legs are joined, although because of the plastic, one will drag behind the other. So I don't recommend trying to move just one. Go ahead and move them both at the same time. And the figure can go into a sitting position. Now let's take a look at the vehicle. I want to say it does have some nice paint apps on it. And I'm sure they will reuse this mold again with some different colors on it. But very slick looking for the most part. Not some nice little panel line details in it, and some detail work on the engines, and very nice. Really not a whole lot going on with this. It does have this one landing gear that comes out, and then it rests on the fins like that, and it does just pop up in there, and there's a little tab on it so you can get a hold to it fairly easily and pull it out. Now, one thing that I was surprised to see is that there's no rotation on these lasers like the Kenner 3 3/4 and later the Hasbro that used that same mold had on it. The cockpit canopy does open with some slight difficulty, or at least I'm having difficulty, but there's a little piece right there where you can supposedly get into it easier. Let's get some handy dandy tweezers on it and see if they have an easier time. Not really. Maybe you have to mash it on both sides. This thing just don't want to open up, folks, and I just had it open. There we go. Had to get it by that little hump right there and break it loose, and I don't know why it's so hard to open, because there's nothing really holding it in there. So it must have something to do with there, maybe a clip on the hinge or something like that internally that we can't see. And there you can see there's a little bit of molded detail on the inside, not a whole lot, not really any paint apps going on. And one thing I have to say about this, there's no wash on this like we've seen on other vehicles in this line, and I don't know if it's because it comes from the animated series, because it's a chase vehicle, or they just got tired of doing the wash after series 1. I don't know, maybe only the launch edition had it, not sure. But anyway, the figure fits down in there nicely and reasonably snug. And then you just close the canopy back down. And that's it, my friends. Let's say, look at the figure and the vehicle. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the well, they're all Micro Galaxy Squadron vehicles here, so we can skip that for each individual piece. So Micro Galaxy Squadron, Hera Syndulla's A-Wing Starfighter, Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, the Imperial AT-ST, or Chicken Walker, or Scout Walker, and Bo-Katan's Gauntlet Fighter. Here's the Micro Galaxy Squadron Hera Syndulla's A-Wing with a Micro Galaxy Squadron Imperial Troop Transport. For final thoughts on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Hera Syndulla's A-Wing fighter, I have to say it's small and it's light, and wow, the weight of it feels barely more than one of the blind bags. And I mean, that's okay though. That's how small the ship is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a very small and maneuverable craft. And this one is apparently a chase edition. I guess edition is the right word. But it's a chase figure. For the most part, chase vehicle, I guess, would be more appropriate. And I don't regret opening it up. I like this. I've always kind of liked A-Wings. I thought they were a cool design. And again, it's a small maneuverable ship. Now I would have liked for the lasers, much like the original Kenner A-Wing and later the Hasbro versions released on that same mold, the laser guns on the side would tilt up and down, and I kind of wish that was the case here. But honestly, logically, in the ship's design, it really doesn't make that much sense for the weapons to move independently of the ship, because this thing is so small and so fast that, you know, it makes more sense for it to shoot straight on. But no wash on this one, and I'm not sure if that's due to it's from animation, or if it's just this class doesn't get that paint wash, or if they're just not doing the paint washes anymore on some of the newer stuff. But the colors on this one are nice. I do believe it matches what was in Rebels. I would actually have to go back and look. I've watched Rebels all the way through maybe twice. And I remember Hera flying an A-Wing. I just don't remember what the exact coloration of it was. And it feels like it could just be me because of the way the figure looks, but it feels like the figure actually has more paint apps on it than normal. And it could just be me, or it could be because it's a chase variant, a variant. I'm really not sure, but it's probably just me, and it just looks like there's more paint apps, and there's probably not. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.